A365. What's up, man? Waiting for Summer Game Fest, that's cool. Anything in particular looking out for, or just wait? Just gonna watch it? Like, are you watching, or? So I'm gonna be doing a little project here. We'll get to it. Yeah. Yeah, I talked about that before. That I think there's a lot of games that fall victim to poor naming. And people can't remember stuff. You have to go look it up a million times. Yeah, like that. That's definitely tricky with marketing. You gotta get that right. Halo. Perfect. Halo. Almost there. Oh, we got Liam in here. What's up? Thanks. It's the same one I've had, like, the whole time. If you remember, like, right when I first started the channel, I think I got this. Like, pretty much right when I first started the channel, I think I got this. I think, somewhere around there. And I've been wearing it. Sort of retired it for a little bit, just kind of, like, got a couple of hats along the way. But yeah, thanks, man. Little story behind it, you know? It needs more. It's a big cup. It's a big cup. It's a bigger cup. So excited, by the way. Too much information out there. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And yeah, like, you know, just all the games out there. Everything having a unique name. There's a lot of crossover. Ah, there we go. So, little project. I'll do my best to kind of show you guys what I'm doing, but like I said, I want to do some content with you guys, but there's like other things I have to, do. So I'm doing what I can here. So today we got a little project I'm working on, but I thought, I'd at least include you guys if I can. Obviously, for sakes of keeping devices out of the way of either building material or things like that, I'll do the best I can. It's not like some big construction project or anything. I'm just saying it in the way I know how. So you notice how both of you are confirmed to be in here. Liam365, appreciate you guys. Notice how, I don't know if for you guys it says this. I'll be willing to bet it doesn't. I'll be willing to bet for you guys it says like 1 or maybe 2. But notice how like the concurrent went from 3 down to 2 and then sort of stayed there. Like it was lingering up higher, but then as you guys come in, I just kind of wanted you to take, if you don't mind, take notice of that, where it's kind of only counting, and there doesn't seem to be really cycling people in and out. It's just sort of kind of sitting at the number that they know is confirmed for the people in chat. So just take note, that's all. What's the project? We are doing a couple of drywall patches. Well, we'll see about it. Maybe a couple. Probably a couple. And just a bit of painting, drywall stuff, easy stuff that probably everybody knows how to do. But either way, it's not like I'm gonna be like too instructive or anything. I'm just gonna do the project. So, just figured, like I said, I try to, at least, you guys get to hang out and, there for the ambiance, if you will, or whatever, to kind of see what I'm up to and stuff like that. But, I'm doing the best I can with the, giving you guys content, even though we're just doing projects and stuff. Liminal point. Oh, it's a Steam game. It's on Steam? Yeah, it's a Windows game. Survival horror. Oh, is that a new Resident Evil? It's not, is it? I think some people are just saying that it seems like that, right? That's cool. Terrible name, kind of reminds you of Parasite Eve. Yeah, I agree, the name's not great. It's not great. Terrible. It's bad. But for sure, I would agree with you, it's just bad. Is terrible worse than bad? Like I'm trying to figure out like vocabulary, like you know what I mean? Like if I'm rating things, you know what I mean? Like is terrible worse than like just bad? I feel like it is. I feel like if saying if something's terrible, that's like the worst possible thing that it could be, you know what I mean? But yeah, like totally agree, man. Like liminal point, just and then full bore on this cool graphic too. Like the graphic for it looks cool. Yeah, I know. Yeah, for sure. And there's that's a genre. There's liminal space games. That's a genre. Were you? I don't know if you saw the stream. I played pools. I played Backrooms a bit. I love liminal space games. And I played what Liminal, right? Was it just called Liminal? I played that all the way through on stream the one day. And it was really good. It was really good. I really liked that. You saw it? Thanks, man. Tiny bit worse. Tiny bit worse than bad. Okay. All right. Yeah, for sure. I would agree with that. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, my friend was telling me about this, I think, and I didn't know what he was really talking about. I thought I knew what he was talking about, but apparently not, because this is not what I thought he was I thought he was talking about a liminal space game that I heard about. That's funny. I mean, yeah, I guess it's supposed to kind of be that. It's supposed to be a liminal space type of game, but I don't think it's that. I think it's Resident Evil. It's Resident Evil. It's not liminal space. Liminal Point is a psychological survival horror game that pays homage to the classics of the genre while delivering a modern, spine-chilling experience, blurring the line between reality and nightmares. Set on a desolate, fog-covered island shrouded in mystery, you will step into the role of Lyra? Is their name Lyra? Lyra? Lyra. Lyra? A once rising rock star as she uncovers the haunting truth behind the disappearance of her bandmate, Mira. Okay, so probably Lyra. And the sinister secrets the island holds. But it could be Myra too, because it's Mira. Interesting choice of names. Same. That happened to me with Lords of the Fallen. It just didn't sit with me. And Survivor. As you know, Jedi Survivor. Love Fallen Order, and then Survivor was just like... Nice. Okay. See, I need to freaking... So... I figured out what I did wrong in that Ironshore game, this early access MMO, and I did proceed past the gate. But the comment the developer left made it seem like he misunderstood what I was trying to say. Because I didn't use the comment to help me. No, I actually went and tried to do what he said, and it still didn't make any sense. I was like, no, it still doesn't make any sense. And I was like, alright, I'm gonna just figure this out, unfortunately. And I did. I did figure it out. But I think they put a fix in there. I think they seriously quickly put a... I'm just being honest with you, because all of a sudden there was some stuff in the quest log that would have kind of like guided me a little bit. And then I think it gave me an idea, and I typed a different command than I was typing before, and it went... And it gave me the info I needed. Then I found the guy that I needed to talk to. Because remember, the point was I didn't know what I needed to do, what the task was. Then it told me the task finally, but it was in the quest log and it wasn't there before. It just told me I had to do a task. So then that was the whole point, was that it was obviously something different. So then I finally talked to the guy. Now I have to figure out what to type to talk to this guy. I think I typed... I don't even remember now. I typed something, but like, once that little thing was there in the quest log, I knew what the task was and who I had to sit there and figure out what I had to type. So, yes, it's a type command game, and that's part of, I think, maybe a little bit of the difficulty figuring it out, but no, there was not enough information given as far as the quest log was concerned. So, I think it might have been a learning experience, maybe for both of us, I guess, but at the same time, I still feel like I was kind of in the right where there wasn't enough information given, and it was definitely different when I went back to play it, because I just figured it out pretty quickly. And yeah, went right through the door, and like I said, the information just wasn't there. It didn't tell me what the task was, just as you have a task. And it's that guard giving me it's like, you can't tell me what this task is, you just have one? Look for my junkie bandmate? What? Huh? Oh, Parasite Eve. I'm sorry. Parasite Eve. Oh, yeah, I remember this. I remember this game. I don't think I ever played it. I do remember this game, though. I don't think I ever played it. I remember it, though, because I have friends that played this game. Is there a remake? I heard there's a remake coming to PlayStation. Did you hear that? I did. Anyway. Let me finish my coffee. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Video games. Yeah, you didn't know, buddy? Yeah. Dude, seriously, I just... Hold on. Parasite Eve remake. Parasite Eve remake. Let me see if I can just find it. Let me see if I can find the thing. I can send it to you. So it was like a yeah, it is, but it isn't. So like there's been like this fan calling for it for so long that it's probably happening. It's just that they're not talking about it until they have official confirmation. You know what I mean? Just like anything else. So it's the sort of thing where like I think that they have to be really careful about that because here's how things work lately. If a big title is found out to be coming out, a whole bunch of toxic publishers want to jump all over that and ruin it because they want their name on it. And that's what's been happening to these big games that you love that end up coming out and they suck. Because some big publisher jumped on it and put a bunch of crap in it that didn't belong in the game. So I actually am okay with like not knowing a lot of times with stuff like that and trusting that they, I think Snake Eater is going to prove to a lot of people that they did it right. Just like when people were really quick to judge when the screenshots came out, I was like, are we looking at the same screenshots? Because I think that looks pretty freaking good. Don't get your hopes up, but I think it's safe to say as long as the fans keep asking for it, calling for it, especially you like yourself, saying it on stream, please remake it, please remake it. I think it's sort of like Bloodborne where they haven't really done it yet. There's no real proper remake known of in the works. They've stated they're not doing it and stuff like that. So with that, they've stated they're not. With this, I think that's not the case. Like with this, it's not the case where it's like it's just known that they're not doing it. No, with this, it's like they're not really saying that. They're not saying anything, I think is the idea. That's awesome. I mean, I have a lot of favorite games, but I definitely have those few. Keep in mind that whoever is screwing with me wants to really mess up my favorite game too, so. You didn't like the new Snake Eater trailer? That sucks. Well, the gameplay is great. Is looking great. And everything I've seen is top notch. And other Metal Gear fans have kind of confirmed that too, that I know personally actually. I know some diehard, like one of my best friends is we've been Metal Gear fans for a long time. And so yeah, he agrees with me that it's looking pretty good and we're not too concerned. It's the one you never played? Oh, Snake Eater's the best one. Like, here's my thing. I will still always say that the first one's my favorite. The first Metal Gear's solid. That's the third game, understand. But only because I'll fully admit it's nostalgia. As I've gotten older and my critique and ability to look at games has improved, I can now objectively say that Snake Eater is objectively a better game. I can say that. Because they did improve upon the things they learned from the first and second game. And just nailed it. Excuse me. One sec. I'll be right back. A big part of why Snake Eater was so awesome was because it added that survival element that almost no other game saw. You know, like, think about the fact that you were, like, actually, like, killing snakes and eating them and or using them to cure wounds and stuff like that. Like, the whole point was you actually were in the wilderness and you had to actually survive. If you got shot or something happened to you or something in combat, you know, like a limb would be... Like, there was actually wild snakes that would bite you, too, that you had to look out for. So, Snake Eater was objectively just the better game. Sorry. I can't possibly be the only one that's realized this. I can't possibly be the only one that's realized this. So, you know, basically that's where I'm at with the Snake Eaters. Like, as I've gotten wiser with critiquing games and understanding game mechanics and why I play games or why other people play games, stuff like that, and just learning all about that more. For sure, Snake Eater is objectively the better game, but it's still really close. It's still really close. And yeah, I still had a lot of fun playing both games. But again, the reason why that first game, I'm always going to choose that is because of my nostalgia and my attachment to that first game. I remember just being totally blown away by that Ocelot fight. You know, the room where you have to, like, blow a hole in the wall as soon as you walk through. It's a freaking boss battle. And you're like, oh, man, that's crazy. I already thought this was cool. And you, like, think you found a secret or something, right? But no, you blow a hole in the wall, and there's Ocelot. Oh, and he's got the president, right? Or somebody. The president of somebody. I forget who he has. But that's the point, like... It's like, oh, snap, you know, and like, that fight is just awesome, you know, and you gotta run around the thing, or otherwise he's gonna get you. It's so cool. And then, like I said, Snake Eater, just, the bosses got even cooler, and then, like I said, the concept of survival in that was unlike anything I had seen yet. And a lot of that was built around the snakes. The coolness of, you know, using snakes and stuff like that in the wild, and then having them also be wild, you know, things you have to watch out for, too. You know, the concept of the survival, like a limb or a venom or something like that. And then there's that whole part later in the game, where you finally learn the whole big boss story and how it all connects and everything. That's what Snake Eater does for you. If you never played Snake Eater, that's why you don't know the lore. That's why you don't know. And that's why 2 is probably your favorite, too. A lot of you that liked 2 and Rising and stuff, you liked it for Raiden, but you didn't understand the connection between the nanomachines, Raiden, and Snake. You gotta play Snake Eater. And 2 was perfect for that. Like, that's the point. It was supposed to be. That was the whole point. It's like, this is where it's going. And this is, like, the ultimate tech, you know, what you could see from it. Like, Raiden was so badass, you know? Like, that's the point. This is the ultimate, like... Jeez, Snake couldn't do that stuff, you know? Like, Snake has to be covert, you know? That's the point. So, yeah, I mean, Big Boss, you know, like, he was just... And you know, Big Boss himself, you know, like, that's the point. Even Big Boss himself was you know, he formed an army. He was like, that's the point. He was a badass. He knew what he was doing. He wasn't just a pushover, you know, like they were different. All the different snakes and stuff like that were different, and it gets explained. And yeah. It just fills in a lot of those blanks. And then 4. 4, if you ever played 4 is freaking amazing, and it gave an ending to Solid Snake's story. A good one, I thought. A nice conclusion. I'm not gonna spoil it if you haven't played it. It's very good though. David Hayter is phenomenal. I love how I was watching an interview and he's explaining how he like could slip into the different Snake voices he did over the years. And then like he slipped right into the voice that he slipped into where he was like the old Snake from 4, and I was like, oh man. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. It 365. Come on, man. It's already bad enough I pretended to not know the couple other times. Did you do that before and I pretended? Say, just stop, man. Do that to yourself. I'm about done with my coffee here. I'm about done. I do need to start this project. That's what this coffee's for. Did you want to know the brand? Is it Gibson Home? Cool, I guess. Just figured I'd give you the brand since everybody's like usually wondering. That other one's this other one's a false graph. This one. You can spell coffee. Coffee. I know the Pokemon. Isn't that what he says? I feel like it sounds like he's saying coffee, not, you know what I mean, coughing. Coffee. Pokemon's great. Good at making me laugh. Wanna be the very best. No one ever was. Catch them is my real test. Train them is my cause. I'll travel across the land, searching far and wide. Come on. Catch 'em all. You teach me, and I'll teach you, Pokemon. Trying to remember how the second. That's like the one, the one song I won't start the second verse first because I don't know it. That's actually, it's like, that's one of those theme songs that's like a lot longer. You know what other theme song I really like? You guys know because I used to play it. Hold on. The 80s had such good theme songs. So it was a song written by Jesse Frederick, and it was sung by David Pomeranz? Pomeranz, I'm sorry, Pomeranz, I'm sorry. I love the song. I love it. Perfect Strangers was a cool show, and it's a great song. It's a great song. It's a good song. It's like it's got 80s drums. It's got the starts with the harmonica. Sometimes the world looks perfect, nothing to rearrange. Sometimes you just get a feeling like you need some kind of change. No matter what the odds are this time, nothing's gonna stand in our way. And then I forget. With something in my heart. Flame in my heart? Hold on. Yeah! This flame in my heart. Yeah, that's how it goes. I was trying to do it without looking. No matter what the odds are this time, nothing's gonna stand in our way. This flame in my heart, like a long lost friend, gives every dark street light at the end. Standing tall on the wings of my dream, rise and fall on the wings of my dream. Rain and thunder. You hear it? It just started raining. The wind and haze, I'm bound for better days. It's my life and my dream. Nothing's gonna stop me now. It's my life and my dream. Nothing's gonna stop me now. And then Balky jumps in Larry's arms. Just like images of the theme rolling through my head. They're like, there's like one part where they're like a hilarious part where they're trying to like get from one end of the city to another, and there's like so much wind they can't even walk, and they're like holding on to something. It's just like blowing. This is such a funny show. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. Terry Hatcher was on that show as a guest appearance. There's another show she randomly guest starred on. A bunch of people did, I think, but she was one of them. Sounds good, man. I'm gonna go start my project. My coffee's like nothing. It's kaput. I appreciate you coming through, man. Hope you have a good day. To the salon for you. What time is it? Yeah, I would imagine you're probably starting to shift, right? See you, man. Standing tall on the wings of my dream. Rise and fall. It's a great song. Sounds good. You know what else is another good one? Family Matters had a great song too. And it's like it's such a cool little bass line. Something about it's rare tradition, and this day, rare tradition, rare something, rare occurrence, rare something, and this day and age, to read any good news on the newspaper page. Love and tradition, there's tradition. I don't know what the first love and tradition of the grand design, some people say, is even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic glue inside these gentle walls. I think that's what they say. I don't know. 'Cause all I see is a tower of dreams and real love bursting out of every scene. I think that's what they say. Days go by. Something about family. It's a weird love family. Days go by. Do 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 do. It's like something like that. And then there's remember Full House? I miss Bob Saget. What a shame. He was funny. I love Bob Saget. So funny. I used to watch America's Funniest Home Videos all the time. You get it back to back. You'd get Full House. I remember there was this one time he actually told a joke, as if he was was it Danny Tanner, right? That's correct, right? That was his name, right? He told a joke as if he was Danny Tanner. That's his name, right? I was freaking say it right. Yeah, Danny Tanner. Yeah. All right. Let me just use the restroom, and I'll take you guys to the project area. To the project area. Boy, it is raining, isn't it? You hear it? Like thunder and shit. Well, then there must be some magic news. Oh boy. What show is that from, guys? Do you know what show is that from? It might just be my favorite show of all time. It might just be my favorite show of all time. What show is that? My second favorite show of all time too. How about my second favorite show of all time? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So that's the second favorite show. Well, the other one was the favorite show. Which are those? Which are they? What shows are they? Could you guess? Probably not. I'd be impressed if you could. I'd be very impressed. I'd be super ultra impressed if you could. Super impressed. Super ultra impressed if you could. If you could guess what show it's from. That's okay. Who show it's from? All right. Wow, that is some thunder. You guys hear that? There's some thunder, man. Do 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 do. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. All right, let's see here. gotta get up my shit up. Get it all set up. We'll set it up. We're gonna get it all set up. We're gonna, oh shit. Hold on. Okay. I had forgot to grab everything I had needed from out in the car. Oh, look at that thunder. Good thing I got an extra pack. Good thing I got an extra pack. I got an extra patch. Good thing I did that. Oh yeah. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, I know. From 80s theme song, my favorite shows to Destruction Overdrive. I know. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get the let's see, we're gonna get this up here. What the heck is that? That is not what I'm looking for. How about... No. Shit. How about, damn. No, that's not gonna work. Let's do... Some of this looks so ridiculous. What is half of this? What is half of this? Okay, just for the sake of... Hold on. I'm going to add a few just to show you what I'm looking at so that you understand why I'm laughing. What the heck is... Like, alright, what is this? What the heck? What is that? It's like endless foam. It doesn't look like paint. Here we go. I'm gonna do that one. Whatever it works. That's funny. I'm keeping that on there. I don't know what the heck it is, but it's staying on there. That's amazing. Alright. Getting out my stuff here. We got... Now we got a roller, we got... So, part of the reason this hole is in the wall is because there's no door stopper anymore, and the door just swings open and rams into the wall. So I gotta patch this hole, and I got a door stopper too. So we're gonna put this door stopper in first and foremost, and then I'm gonna patch the wall. Beautiful. Beautiful. Lowe's, I love you. Yeah. I love you, Lowe's. Okay. Alright, beautiful. Mission accomplished. Door stopper functioning. Okay. The reason you're hearing all that is because I have a tarp set up. So that way, anything falls, it falls on the tarp, you know, that sort of thing. It's what I use when I paint stuff too. So basically, I'm prepping this for painting as well. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get all the debris out of the opening. Anything that's debris in the opening, I'm going to get that out first. Then I'm going to take the sandpaper around the opening, around the whole outside where I'm going to put the patches and everything. Because I'm going to do this anyway, but I want this to be done so that the patch holds fast to the wall and not whatever crap is on there. So again, moving the debris behind so that that's not pulling on anything, you know, and causing any problems. And then also running the sandpaper, so we're kind of cleaning that surface, getting all this stuff out of the way, as much, you know, paint and stuff as you can. And then what we're going to do is we're going to eye it up. I'm going to cut one of the patches to the little, there's like a smaller hole a little bit further up here. It's just like a tiny, I'm not sure what it's for, like this little tiny one. So I'm going to patch that one too. Same process, and I'm also going to, I have this, I just got a little kit, because it's not like I'm going to sit here and pat, you know what I mean, like I have a bunch of projects with a bunch of walls. No, like I only needed a kit, because again, I just have this one, so I just, with the kit, you get a smaller little, you don't have to buy a big thing of spackling or joint compound, you just get a smaller container, and it even comes with like a little putty knife and stuff like that, and it comes with the patch itself. So, and it even has instructions if you need that, but it comes with sandpaper and everything. So I just got the kit, and that's gonna help me out. But yeah, I hope that helps to explain what I'm up to. Now I'm going to start working on that with my Mountain Dew. All right, let's see. Let's get all this crap out of here. Yuck. Okay. Oh, wow, okay. All right. Just trying to make it fairly even. All right, there we go. Debris off and such. Yeah, a little bit falls behind. It's not really that big of a deal. You're not gonna, you know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna really make a huge difference towards anything. But the idea is to try to pull it out, obviously. Alright, there we go. And I just don't really want, you know, like pieces of drywall hanging over the edge. So I want to try to make that as even as possible. I try to do that anyway. There we go. Okay. So I did this a lot at my studio because at my martial arts school that I ran, it was very common for people to run into the wall. And we just had drywalls, just like anybody else does. So I got very good at, it was just a thing that even my instructor passed on to me. He actually kind of like helped me understand, you know, just like some home repair stuff that I didn't know prior to owning a business, just because of that, because he also went through those things too. Some sanding right now, obviously. I mean, that's honestly good for that one. step one really had a bunch of little pieces around it, so I just really wanted to sand that off. All right. So, what I do is I like the, instead of like sandpaper, they're like super cheap too. It's like $1 or $2, something like that, for like a 2-pack. It's little sandpaper blocks. They're easier to use. You don't have to wrap your sandpaper around anything because it's just a block. And they are graded. They have numbers. They have the codes on them, so that you can look at what the grade of sandpaper is that you're using. And yes, you do want to make sure that you're using the proper grade of sandpaper for the task that you're doing. So there's a recommended window range of what you should use. Okay. Yeah, and this does come with sandpaper, as I'm seeing here, as I told you guys before, and I'm noticing that it is basically about the same grade that I got. But again, it's just this little flat piece of sandpaper. I'm going to be using this for other, I'm going to do some painting and stuff, so I'm going to be using more sandpaper. I didn't want this little just little square, that's why. So, it's for the greater good. All right, let me just see here the spackle. The spackle. All right. All right, so basically, yeah, this is actually kind of nice. It comes with this square that's your patch, and just like a little tub of spackle. I'm just making sure that I didn't miss something here. Even if you know what you're doing, you always want to kind of like look at instructions, look at things. You want to make sure that everything is as it seems. Okay. Oh wow, the consistency is nice. Okay, good consistency for this. I like this this spackling. So this is the DAP brand that makes this. I went with DAP. The DAP patch in the kit. So if this works, then great. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put the patch on, and this has like holes in it. It's like a gray. It's like a grate, and you're just gonna put the patch on, and you're gonna slowly smear the. I'm not, like I said, I'm not really here to teach you how to do anything, but that is what you do. So, let me just. Work it around a little bit. It's gonna be really stiff, so I just gotta sort of work it around a little bit really quick. When you first open this stuff, it is very it has like a film on the top, just like a lot of stuff will. So if it's like that, just be aware. You just want to stick your little spatula in there and just work it around back and forth a little bit. All right. Get a bunch of thing there, put it over the hole, and just start applying. do want one thing I can tell you is that you want to use a fair amount of pressure when doing this, because otherwise you're not pushing the compound through like you should. So you do want to use a fair amount of not down, but like sort of kind of inward pressure. A fair amount. You don't need to overdo it. I'm just saying a fair amount of inward pressure. And then we're going to have to let those dry too. Around the outside. Around the outside. So again, I want to put a nice even amount. Again, I'm not really here to show you, teach you how to do any of this, but you put a nice even coat around the outside, pushing it through those holes is great. That'd be great, you know. And then slowly but surely work it towards over the middle. But you know, you got to properly attach, and make sure that it's slowly but surely. You don't want to glob too much on all at once, or you know, it'll just move your patch around. And it'll just shift your patch around. I am not a pro, so this is going to take me longer than most that do this regularly. I'm going to take my time and do it right, and it's just going to take longer, so I'm going to take my time with it. Goes on pink, dries white, it says. That's cool. Goes on pink, dries white. Yeah, it's pink. It's a pink compound. It's like bubblegum pink. I'm just slowly working over toward the center now. I'm just sort of kind of slowly trying to make sure this is even. So that way when it dries and I sand it down, it's not, you know, it's a good strong patch. I said, this will take me longer than most that would do this regularly. Still working on the first patch here. Paint go burr. Hey Leo, paint go burr. I do have paint over here. Yep, got some paint, got a roller, some paint. We're getting there. It's very, very close to being done. Very close. Like I said, I just really want to take my time with this. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've patched any drywall, and I want to make sure I'm doing it right. So it's not go slow. Process slow. This is turning. I like it. Okay, I got the middle. And I want to properly seal. Properly seal. Like I said, I'm not here to teach you how to do anything, but there is some of this stuff that through experience you'll just learn. You do it a certain way. That's all. And it'll be your way. It won't even necessarily be the way. It'll be your way. And then eventually you'll get to the way, because then you'll learn through experience how to do it the way, but it has to make sense to you for the way you do things. As long as you're doing it right. Alright, there we go. This one's pretty much good. That's like in there. Now, once you start getting, one thing I will say though is if you're putting once you start putting, like, initially you're gonna push hard. Once you start putting those layers on, you don't really want to, obviously. Like I was just talking about like initially. And again, I'm not here to teach you how to do it. Not. I'm just saying if misinterpreted that. You definitely don't want to keep pushing like layer after you put the layers on, because then you're just messing up your own patch. It's just initially to get them to go through the holes and all that, so to get it to seep through. That's a good patch, man, if I do say so myself. Alright. Patch 1, down. Patch 2, underway. Yeah, Liam, every time I look over at your common paint cover, I just think it's funny how it's like, yeah, it's like, does that, are there's like a bunch of freaking ice cubes being poured out of that thing? It's so funny. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Yes. Alright. Yeah, that one paint bucket was like, what even is that? Alright, now we got another patch. Another patch. And this stuff really does, it's like all over my hands, and it is white. It is white. It is drying white. Definitively. Oh, this is a better patch. What? Okay, I'm buying patches from now on. This is a better patch. Yeah, the patch, the outside, like the patch that came exteriors. Superior. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get a bunch of these. That's superior. Yeah, so the kit isn't bad. The compound's really cool. I like the compound, it's really good compound, but I will say that, like the spackle, I will say though that the patch is very, very mediocre. It's very okay. And then the extra patch is, the one I bought for the other one is just like a million times better. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess this patch up pressing on it. Holy cow, that's amazing. Yep, so if you have the right patch, you won't. Yeah, oh my god. I wish they had these patches when I was doing drywall at my studio. This is a way better design. I love Lowe's. Yep, so the reason that took me so long was because the patch was crappy. I was kind of wondering why. I was just like, struggling with the outside, so it shouldn't be a difficult thing. Superior patch. Like, oh my gosh, like far superior. Almost done. Little spots here. Yep, looks good. Yeah, that second one, way better. I mean, the first one's patched now, it's just the second one, way better patch, went way better. So yeah, used a lot less compound, trying to make it work. I mean, yeah, yeah, like it's a doorknob-sized hole. I get that. It's not. It's not that big. It's a pretty common-sized hole. All right. Get all this compound off my hand. This is just spackle, fortunately. If it was joint compound, it would be harder to get off. Glad that I was able to just use spackle. Well, it's drying, but that's gonna like be a while. That much spackle in one spot usually is like an overnight sort of thing. Usually you just let it dry overnight. So yeah, that sort of puts me at a brick wall situation. What I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna start prepping the wall, and that was kind of my point. I'm getting ready to paint and do the rest of this, but I wanted to get that patched and done. So yeah, that's what I'll probably do now. I'll probably start doing the rest of this. I'll probably start sanding it down, prepping it. It's gonna look like crap for a day or two, but then it'll look pretty again. You know, that's the point. There's a lot of stuff that's just, you know, like it's never been redone. It's never been repainted. It's just like left over from many years ago. So it's time to get it done, man. A lot of there's a lot of stuff to sand off. A lot of paint that is like there's just like paint ripped off in spots. There's like stains and stuff, and then so it'll be nice to get it fixed up. I'm just taking a minute. I'm just taking a minute. Drink my Mountain Dew. Hope you're all doing well. See, I think it would be fun to do this stuff. I feel like people think that people don't want to do those jobs. I think what those people, why those people think that is because maybe they don't want to. A lot of people want to do jobs like that. A lot of people like to. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just my own personal opinion because that's what I've seen. But I mean, I certainly enjoy. Like, what's not? It's easy stuff, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy. Sort of, kind of basic, like, you know, just. Logical stuff, you know, like construction, building, and stuff like that. And you know, there's always an answer. There's always a way to do it, right way up, wrong way. You know, like it's, and at the same time, you know, you feel accomplished because, you know, it's somebody else is gonna be able to use that thing that you built, you know, functionally for quite some time. You know, that's the point. You know, so it's definitely rewarding and. That's the sort of thing that, man, it's just really unfortunate that when you go into that stuff, instead of, you know, like, trusting you to do this or that, you start at the bottom and they treat you like crap. You know, like, my only experience with that was some guy gave me a job in construction, and he called it doing me a favor. But then all they ever did was stick me in the apartment building by myself with all the dust that they were building. And I had to sit there with the smallest little dinky piece of metal and scrape the you know, the caulk and the stuff that I basically just used, the spackle and stuff, all off the concrete floor, literally just like all day. I was like bent over doing that. And it was like every day for like just like a full shift. I was just doing that by myself, like dust everywhere, and like they just don't treat you, like they just don't understand that, like, no, I took the job to learn construction and learn how to get into it, not to be treated like you're gonna stick me here because that's where you can stick me and you need somebody to do that. No, like nobody wants to do that. You know, have all your guys do it, have everybody do it for like an hour, get it done. Then that way it's done, out of the way, and nobody's complaining, and you don't have some guy getting, you know, like, I don't understand why people can't properly delegate or manage other people, you know, in a nice sort of kind of respectful manner. They just kind of, you know, like these. So it's just this sort of thing where that type of job, the guys that do it look at it a certain way, and if you're looked at like you're not going to pull your weight or something like that. And it's like, you know, it's not about that, man. It's about if you would give me a longer fucking thing. If you give me a longer thing that actually fits my height, instead of this wimpy little thing. Like, give me the proper tools. Give me a team. Don't expect me to come and do the work that you didn't clean up. You know, no, that's the point. And so, like, that's the issue, is that you have a lot of these jobs that are like that. Fast food's like that. It's exactly how fast food is. The manager makes a mistake. They don't own up to it. Good managers own up to it. If the manager doesn't own up to it, they will find every excuse to start blaming every other employee and downright like really like look for it. And this is the issue. Like but you know, it doesn't stop there. That's the point. Is like if you could just have that laborer, instead of having them always do that work, shadow somebody for X amount of time or do something nice, so that way he's cross-training, learning other things, he feels more valuable to you. And he is more valuable to you because he is learning those things. And everybody's happy. But if you don't do that, if you just stick somebody... I remember I had this job that I was not impressed with at all, because all they did for the entire first month I was there was stick me in a room and have me watch training videos for 8 hours a day in a room for basically an entire month. No, I'm not talking about McDonald's. I'm talking about... That actually wasn't fast food. It wasn't. They do that, but they don't. They understand that you can't do that for a full shift. They don't do that to you. Nah, and they don't want you gone for a full shift. They want you. They need your help. No, they don't do that. No. I won't say who did that. It was just a really bad mistake. They should never have done that. That's terrible. Poor management. The excuse was that he wanted me to like be cross-trained and everything, but like he didn't even know me yet and have me doing anything. He just stuck me there. Just saying. Trying to get more air in here. So it does have time to dry, but that's an overnight dry. It really is. That's how long I would have to wait. Honestly, if I tried to wait like a couple hours and come back, it was still not. It's just overnight. It's like six hours minimum. I think 4 to 6. Really. And then 4, you're not even gonna. It's not dry in 4 hours. It's really not. That's pushing it. It's 6 to 8, really. In my experience, with layers of that shit. Like if it's literally just like a little tiny one layer, yeah. Like, but that's not a. You know, you're gonna sand that down. You're gonna. It's a patch, man. Yeah, trust me, you'll regret it if you don't do it right. You have to do it over. Only happened to me one time, and because it happened that one time, I knew what I did, and I was like, oh, well, I won't do that anymore. And then it didn't happen anymore. Just fixed it the first time. Just like, oh, okay. So that's what's doing that. It was some of that stuff I was telling you when I first started doing it. That's why I was saying that. I forgot to do something when I first started the patch. And I was like, okay, I'll never forget to do that step again. It's like, okay, so now I know the importance of that stuff. Alright, let's get, I'm actually going to get a snack really quick. I'm just feeling a little hungry. And then I'm going to start sanding this wall. Right back. So my snap. Got my sandpaper. So again, I'm just sanding the wall here. Just prepping this because we did the patches already. And so I'm just prepping the rest of the wall in the meantime. You know, just trying to get done what I can because I obviously want to get done what I can so that way when this dries I can just get started on the next part of the project. I accidentally got some. I accidentally got a little bit of spackle on my sandpaper. Okay, wipe it off. attached to the wall. And then we just- So, yeah, basically, I got a good bit of this wall done here. I gotta move on, but there's a lot of like little cleaning measures I have to do as I do this. So, cleaning some stuff here, pulling stuff off. There's like some decals I'm just taking right off. And cleaning things up. 'Cause, some of these spots, I don't want to just use sandpaper on. You know, I'm going to clean some stuff up as I prepare. Do that. Alright, let's see. Sponge. Got a sponge, a cleaning sponge here. Okay. Some of these things off here.
Long sleeves are coming off. It's long sleeves are coming off. Woo! Long sleeves have come off. All right, well. Go. Did you actually think of finally already looks a million times better. Yeah. Wow. Already looks a million times better. Wow. But still gotta keep cleaning. So now cleaning sponge, and I got my cleaner. And I got my cleaner.
Whew. Should have done it before and after, huh? Oh my gosh. Maybe next time.
Maybe next project.
It's too late now. It's already looking a lot better. BRB, I need you. So I'm just going through a cleaning process now. Just some staining stuff left over from before something was fixed. And so now it's just a matter of getting all that cleaned up, scraped off, cleaned, and then that way it can either be again scraped off or painted over properly. So I'm just doing a lot of that now. That is what I can do in the meantime. So like I said, any like loose pieces of paint, scrape them off, obviously. And that's why I have my tarp down again. Yes, it's for painting and stuff too, but I have the tarp down now too, so that way cleanup's easier. It's not just all over the floor. Whenever you're doing drywall stuff, you use a tarp. That's what you do. I mean, unless you're in a construction project or something, in hair. But like I said, if you're just doing it at home and stuff, you want to use it. Make sure you use a tarp so it's not all over the floor. Be a lot easier for you later. Alright, give me a sec.
done. Getting clean. Getting clean. Again, we're just cleaning it up. This is red food paint.
Sorry, guys, I'm not trying to do that in your ear, but it is potent chemical. It is a bit potent. It's just because I have to like. That is potent. It's an area. There we go. That'll help quite a bit. Okay. Clean off my sponge and start over in a different spot. So I got the wall with the patches on it that I put on, like the drywall patches that I put on, and I got the wall with the door, and I got about half the wall with the bathroom fixture, the sink and everything. So now I'm just like trying to move that direction. So yeah, like the chemicals just, it is in the air, man. That's alright. I want to get it done. So. I'm taking plenty of like, little micro, fresh air breaks. You know what I mean? I should actually, I should probably get a fan. I do have, like, that sound you hear is the fan, but it's pulling air, not pushing it in. yeah, that's a million times better. That was a million times better. I can breathe. Alright. Actually, that must be better. That's okay. It's a lot better. See, it's funny when you start doing this stuff, you notice other things you gotta do. I gotta screw a couple of these things back in a little bit better. Done right, and you know what I mean? Just trying to get it done right. Best I can. Best I can, you know what I mean? Alright. I need to get a screwdriver. I'm gonna use a couple of these things. Interesting. Ah, that's why. Okay. So that's fix that. Okay, well at least that was loud noises. Bear in mind, loud noises, loud noises, loud noises, loud noises, loud noises for a couple seconds, loud noises, loud noises, loud noises. Alright, you're good. That's it. That's all I gotta do. That's all I gotta do. There's a little loose for the I just needed to make sure I get that back in. Alright. Oh shoot. Alright, you know what? I gotta do this part too. Over here. That's alright. Let's get it done. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm doing it. That's why I did all this now instead of waiting. While it's drying, I may as well do this, right? That's all I'm saying. Oh, shit. I appreciate the fact that you guys are watching, even though we're doing the best we can to. I mean, you know, I'd rather show it to you when it looks good. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather show you, hey, this is how awesome it looks now. You know, like, I would rather. It just, you know, it just, like, one day was just bad. And I'm like, why is it this bad? It's just one day, you know? It's not like you don't clean it, you know, just one day. It all builds up.
yourself. Don't do that. Oh, man.
Yeah. Ventilation's like so much better, you know. Like, I mean, I still smell the chemical, like the cleaner I'm using is still quite potent, but it's not as bad. You know what I mean? There's still air circulating. So, like, yeah, my nose is still getting blasted a bit, but it's the reason, like, if I didn't use this, it would be really difficult to get this clean. You know, like, you can't just use Windex. No offense, I mean, Windex is great. I'm just saying, it ain't gonna work this time. I'm so glad that I'm going. Like, it's a wall. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really look at it that closely until you go to paint it. And it's like, what the hell? So if you want to know my little secret, what I do is while I rinse the sponge out, I use a good bit of the warm water on the sponge then to start re-spreading around the chemical and stuff, because warm water goes a long way with reactivating the chemical and then helping to go back over the spots that might be initially dirty from when you first did it. Oh my gosh. I know. Ancient Amish secret. Okay. Just wham bam, wham-o lamb. I'm glad I got a door stopper. You have no idea How many times?
I already almost hit the door into the spot. And had I not put the door stopper there already? Seriously. And yeah, it's doing its job. I didn't even come close to it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's already doing its job. Well, I mean, like, yeah, it comes close to it. It's a door stopper. So, like, it literally just stopped a cold turkey, man. It's there for a purpose. Door freaking handle doesn't just go right into the drywall. Anyway. Let's do this spot. Bucket. Paint bucket. Remove my paint bucket. Alright. Paint bucket. Alright. That's it. So I go over the lighter spots first too. And that way, as the chemical runs down the darker, like spots, like if you have stain or something like that, you have a chance to let that run down over the spot. Sort of lift it out. Using a rag to dry the area. What a big one. We're getting it clean. We're getting it clean. We're getting it clean. It's water damage. Basically, a while ago, like I guess, put a new roof in, and it was leaking a little bit, and that little bit added up, and just caused some like spotting and stuff like that in the drywall. So like the roof got fixed. It's the sort of thing where. We just got around to inspecting and, properly doing anything about the odds and ends of things that did here and there to dry wall. So yeah, just cleaning a bit of that. Where the heck's Tori? Fixing, cleaning, fixing and cleaning, fixing and cleaning, fixing and cleaning, and fixing and cleaning, and fixing and cleaning, and fixing and cleaning, and fixing and cleaning. I do know that sometimes when you do this, you just you start really cleaning the heck out of everything, right? You just, man, I gotta clean this. I just gotta clean. It's gotta be done right. That's how I do it. I'm almost like, I gotta clean it. I gotta clean it. Like I just want it to be clean now. Want it to be clean, want it to look clean. So that's why I'm like painting, cleaning stuff up, patching it. I mean, not that, you know, it's not like I don't regularly, because, like, you know, I mean, it's not, I clean the bathroom, you know, I clean the freaking bathroom. It's just, again, I'm talking about, like, the wall. And so, it's to a point where there's just enough spots where there's either paint missing or, you know, like I said, I removed a bunch of decals and stuff I didn't want there anymore, and to be perfectly honest with you, just needs a new coat of paint.
Yeah, luckily there's not like, it's not like there's like a whole ton of like drywall that's like all messed up or anything like that. Yeah, I mean, like like I said, like the only spots really were just like the ones that I screwed the door hit, so that's like stop it. Like luckily it's just more like spotting and stuff. Obviously I'm looking for weak points. I'm not finding it. So it's good. Because obviously if you find a weak point, just punch a hole and then patch it. But you want to like look behind and make sure there's nothing in. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do that there. Blam. What is this supposed to be? Right here. Right here. Yeah. I'm almost done. Yay. Well, I'm almost done scrubbing down the wall. I'm still gonna sand them back down again, but I said this one wall was totally fine. It just really didn't have much
that they complain about it. There were other sections too. It's not really that bad. It's just like obvious areas where it happened. So yeah, I got most of this really scrubbed down and cleaned up in a section here. And then I can sand it down. We are about out of time on the stream, just to let you know. We are about out of time for the stream. Unfortunately. But, yeah, just, you know, this is kind of what I'm up to. And that's why, like, you guys, like I said, haven't seen content. That's why, like, I'm just doing various projects to get this stuff like, too. So, you know, I try to bring you along for some of them, as you can see. And hope you still enjoy the content either way. I appreciate you guys watching. Whew. We're not quite out of time. We're almost. Yeah, a lot of this is like stuff where like the decals were too. Yeah, there is. Like adhesive and stuff like that. So we get businesses too. Adhesive stuff that was hanging, and stranded stuff. Alright, guys, well, we are out of time. So, as I said, thank you very much for hanging out with me, even though this isn't sort of kind of the normal content. Appreciate you chilling with me anyway and hanging out. Thanks for watching. And hope you guys have a good rest of your day. See ya.